Welcome to Adrift in Aldhalor, our weekly D&D actual play show. And welcome to Paradice. Our music is licensed through Musicbed.com, and we use Bardly to distribute it amongst ourselves. And occasionally we use TabletopAudio and Syrinscape. I apologize for my coughs and sniffles. I am getting over some sickness. So yeah. I'm gonna bring someone in. There she is. Look who it is, guys.
Hi, it's me. Hello. I'm here on this lovely Wednesday evening or whenever you're watching this VOD, because guess what? All the VODs are up to date! So exciting. Yes, they are. Yes. Welcome. Thank you for being here, whether it's live or on the YouTubes. We appreciate it so much. I'm going to talk about our partners, starting with Underground Oracle Publishing. They are a TTRPG publisher creating new worlds in the Cypher system and beyond. Their current focus is Foxfire, a science fiction TTRPG with a strong emphasis on high adventure and fun, full-throttle action where you play as anthropomorphic animals who left Earth behind long ago to take their place among the stars. For as little as $3, you too can become a member through their website and gain early access to this developing TTRPG and each of the worlds that they create. Next we have Eddie Yorke, our wonderful character artist. He's an illustrator based in the UK who makes art for games and books. To visit his portfolio and get in contact with him, visit eyorke.com. Last but not least, we've got 1985 Games. They create affordable, accessible, high-quality accessories for D&D and other tabletop role-playing games. Sean has used their NPC cards throughout this campaign to give us very rich, well-developed, super fun to interact with NPCs, and it's just been a lot of fun. So if you'd like to purchase those or any of their other wares, you can use the code paradiceprod for 10% off your entire order. As I said, our VODs are all up to date on YouTube. Last week's episode, 2 weeks ago episode will be posting tomorrow, and this one will be live before next session, probably. Maybe as next session, because guess what? We're moving back to Mondays. Woo! Back to our original streaming day. So we get to play D&D sooner than normal next week. It's gonna be great. You're muted.
I didn't say anything. Nothing.
No, your mouth was moving. You said something.
Mm-hmm. You'll never know. I might have just been opening my mouth. I said very exciting. 2 sessions within a week span.
Yeah. Cool. That's all.
All right. So, bring the boys in. Stefan won't be joining us tonight because he's dealing with some other things right now. So we look forward to seeing him on Monday next week. But let's jump into a recap. And very good. Last we left off, the party had just recently treated with the what are you guys giggling about?
I told them in chat they needed to move over in their frames because they're off center, and they both just went.
You guys, Clay, you also moved the wrong direction.
It's all mirrored.
Oh God, I told Mike before.
Oh, no.
The laughter triggers me coughing fits.
Oh no.
So I'm just gonna adjust
That's
volumes a little bit.
A real serious session tonight then, right?
Oh well, that's a challenge.
Sorry to interrupt, Sean.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Last we left off.
Stop making him laugh, Shannon.
Oh, God. I'm alive. Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
All right, I need to
For
drink
last
a
we
little.
left off.
You want to send
Iron and mana.
He doesn't have it written down.
I have Stefan's notes. Oh, no. The music got too serious too fast. This is a
Oh, no.
disaster. Oh.
We're so
Oh.
professional.
All right, I'm going to have to switch to something.
Stefan, you can't leave us.
Yeah, we're nothing without you.
Okay. Last we left off, Iron and Mana left their conflict-ridden treating with the representatives, the ambassador from Kirinor. Thankfully, with the aid of Sigil, they were protected from an onslaught of fireball cannons aimed at them. The party starts to decide what they plan to do when they get back to shore as Septimus heals the group and is listening and can hear commotion in the city. As you disembark and head inland, passing the Lighthouse District entrance, you see that the Alumno Defiance has joined the fight and seem to be fighting off the Avenirian Electrum Company forces outside of the Gloveless Cat, Jacquette's Tavern. Your suspicions are confirmed that the Avenirium Electrum Company are attempting some kind of takeover of Hyven, perhaps in partnership with Kirinor's attack on the docks. You decide that the best course of action is, instead of bouncing around the city trying to put out all of the fires, to let the temple guard or the Admiralty Court guard take care of the AEC forces in the rest of the city, and the Alumno Defiance take care of them, while you go for the head of the Serpent and assault the AEC's headquarters itself, with a astute observation that if they're bringing people into the city, it must be through some teleportation magic within those halls that you've seen before are riddled with magic. You take out a guard or a patrol of AEC company men. You acquire some dispelling stones from their inventory. And you sneak up to the actual headquarters and observe to see what your best course of action is, which you decide is to dimension door right into the lobby. You do so, triggering a fairly epic encounter, I would say, as the lot of you disintegrated their forces inside of the lobby in a very fun, quick combat encounter, leaving you with a few living minions of the AEC that you question. When you question them, you learn that they don't. These sort of grunts don't really know a whole lot. They don't think that they themselves would be helpful to you in guiding you through the AEC halls, as they mention that the halls are riddled with illusory magic and mind tricks meant to defend the secrets of the AEC. Fyrn and Jacquette had experienced this when they came here and they went into the back rooms of the AEC, and there were impossibly long, labyrinth-like, maze-like halls until they finally were in Mr. Desario, the Sage of Coin, his office. Fyrn threatens the Sage of Coin by sending in one of the minions to go speak with him, saying that they would destroy the building, attack the building, if he doesn't come out. You give him 5 minutes to cede, to surrender. And instead of surrendering, he comes over the magical loudspeakers of the lobby to mock you and tell you that you will never make it through these halls. You'll never escape the AEC headquarters if you step foot inside. Challenging you, taunting you to come after him, basically. We ended the session with some frustrated moves from Fyrn in attempting to destroy the building with the arcane cannons outside. And then another note is that Septimus did cast Contagion on one of the mages that did disintegrate his body into cube-like material. As you saw cinders from the dead AEC agents joined the chorus of cinders that have followed Septimus since his transformation into a fully mechanized body through his resurrection via Machina. That's where we left off. So, you are in the lobby. Mr. Gisario has just challenged you to enter into his back rooms. You have a moment. There's no hostile enemies nearby. What would you like to do? Or what would you like to discuss?
Fyrn would just, re-enter the room after dejectedly, attempting to bring down the town, or bring down the building, and look to Septimus and say, well, that plan didn't work. It looks like we have no choice but to fall into this guy's territory. I'm concerned, how long this is going to take if we can't take this area. What's going to happen to the rest of the city while whatever we've got to do it fast. Do you have any ideas on how we might go about this?
Well, we've taken this room here, and that was no simple feat. I think we do need to press forward, but a little bit of reprieve might be best for us before we enter this villain's lair.
I would love a short rest if we could. I don't know if we have that kind of time, but that would be wonderful.
I think a short rest would be all the allowable time that we'd have. Allow us to regain our strength somewhat. Perhaps think of how we shall endure this. Perhaps let me meditate on this. As Septimus would sit down, kind of cross-legged, facing the door, kind of like with his hands to himself, as he just sits with his eyes closed for a bit, and he thinks, while also beginning a short rest.
Fyrn looks over to Saskia, ignoring the meditation, and just saying, I wish Bruce was here. He would be able to message our friends to make sure they're all right.
Well, if we're going to be short resting, if you'd like me to look in on anyone, I can.
Maybe check with the fortress, see how our, soldiers are faring.
Is there anyone in particular there that you want me to look at? Because I can only do it a person.
Sorry, it's been a while. I don't remember people's names.
Oh, you know what? I actually recently wrote them down. I probably have them.
My crew's not there.
Iron Man of followers. I do have them. You've got Hona, the human fighter. You have Rahario, the rogue, and you have Ukal, the dwarf sorcerer.
Yeah, but who's the other one? The
You
one
could
that
also-
I actually wanted to talk to.
The person you'd actually probably want to is the person who basically commands your fortress when you're not there, which is
Balfour?
Green
Balfour.
Knight guy.
Balfour.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Green Knight guy.
Green Knight guy. Okay, so does that make my knowledge of the target firsthand or extensive?
We've shared a campfire with Balfour before.
We shared stories, right?
Oh, I mean, he's definitely. This is scrying, right?
We're sending.
So, yeah, you know the target well, extensive.
Excellent. I don't have anything of his, but so, I mean, other likeness. I know what he looks like. Does that count?
I'm sorry, say that again.
For the save modifier, a picture, other likeness. Like I know what he looks like, right? So.
No, that means you have a actual, not you know what he looks
something.
like. You have it. Yeah, the extensive knowledge is your like memories version of it. There has to be an item of the target, so it'd have to be like a painting of Balfour or something.
Got it. Which I do not have. So
Yeah, and he's not giving you he isn't giving you any physical gifts, only gifts of knowledge.
Wait, Saskia doesn't have a photographic memory? I thought this was a well-established character trait.
She does not have keen mind from the 2014 rules.
So the wisdom
Saskia
save,
memory.
Yeah, right.
Oh no!
I remember everything of Saskia's life, just not on Flora's. Okay, the save is wisdom 20.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know. He's not going to pass that. He rolled a 2. Okay, so you scry on Balfour. It's this moment where both Septimus and Sass have gone into a meditative state, and like I imagine Jacques is just like leaning against the wall, cocking Samari, sort of impatiently, just sort of like awkwardly looking at Fyrn, like, oh, well, okay, and your vision sinks through water and flame to appear as the scrying eye above where Balfour is located. And what you would see is you are floating above the fortress. Balfour is on the walls, the ramparts of the fortress, with several of the volunteer adventurers of Fyrn's fort. He is giving, like, I would say, an inspiring speech right now. You can see in the field of your vision that there does seem to be a AEC blockade in the street. So they are, for all intents and purposes, like sieging the fort. But they don't have like siege weaponry. Like they may have some magic they can use, but they're not like an occupying force. So it would be very difficult for them to take the fort. So they may be waiting for reinforcements. But you hear Balfour just sort of like, take heart, soldiers of White Eye. Look in the distance. You could see our friends and allies coming to our aid. We saw in the bay the great works of our friends in Iron and Mana. And now we see the Alumno Defiance on the heels of these Avenirian traitors. The day is not lost. In fact, the day is looking like ours. And as much as like this is inspiring, like even though the AEC may not have like a siege-worthy force, they're still damn intimidating. Like they're setting up a like pretty extensive camp. They've taken over buildings. There are setting up arcane cannons, but again, arcane cannons aren't necessarily great at like, they're not siege weapons. They're anti-personnel weapons. So like Fyrn discovered, they're not really designed to destroy buildings. They're there to destroy people. So they don't have anything that could actually take down the walls. And if they haven't already attacked the walls, you might surmise that they're waiting for a more powerful wizard to join them who can take down the walls. So they're holding They are safe for the time being, but it is that thing of like every heartbeat feels more tense for the people in the fort. Now, granted, if the Alumni Defiance are victorious and have enough numbers to take on this blockade, then the Lighthouse District will be freed of any occupying force of the AEC, and they could redirect their attention to other parts of the city. But it all depends on the Alumni Defiance's next move.
Okay. So after watching that, I'll duck my head and come out of it and be like, he's fine. He's
Okay,
I-
that's good.
Yes, there's definitely some occupancy in the streets below. They've got a blockade set up, but Balfour is monologuing inspiringly to the soldiers, and he seems very confident that the day will be theirs. So we're just hoping the Alumno Defiance can take care of things and be there to help. But for now, they're all right.
Very well. I suppose we did make a smart play then. Let us rest and before we proceed.
Sean, I don't know if you saw the chat, but Steph actually can join.
Oh,
So,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, if now is a good moment to let him.
Yeah,
in.
it'd actually probably be a perfect moment because you're taking a short rest, so we can do a very brief cut to break and bring him in. All right, folks, we'll be right back. Welcome back,
Audacity.
everybody. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome back, Stefan. We're very grateful to be joining us tonight. All right, so before we jumped into a really quick break, Septimus entered into a meditative state while the party decided to attempt a short rest before entering into the AEC backrooms. Saskia used scrying to check on Balfour to see that the fort was holding its own. The fort is currently being sieged in a passive sense, in that the AEC has set up a blockade around the fort. And they're monitoring the situation, but it doesn't appear like the AEC has the materials to actually siege the fort. And they may be waiting for reinforcements. And the Alumni Defiance is still engaged with the AEC at the entrance to the Lighthouse District. So if they are successful and can rally, they can help relieve the fort to potentially free the Lighthouse District completely of AEC occupation, which would free up the forces, your forces, to re-rally and potentially go and help other parts of the city. So we come back into the room. Sass has just said that Balfour is fine. Before I jump to Mike, is there anything the three of you want to do or talk about in this moment as you're in a bit of a tense short rest?
So during this battle that we were fighting these creatures or these people, Septimus, we noticed that when he returned, he had those like motes of, flame surrounding him. Has anything changed with those as he was fighting?
Yes, you would, especially at the end, because he ended the fight with the contagion spell. You would have noticed that the that a cinder burned off of the body and joined the chorus of cinders that floats around him.
I think Fyrn would walk up to those cinders and, basically just sit down next to Septimus and, just look at him and say, these motes of energy surrounding you, is it some sort of new technique? And he'll just reach out slowly as if he's going to touch one of them, but doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mote, when you reach out, it's very similar to, like, I don't know if anyone else did this, or it was just me when you were bored as a kid and we didn't have the forever access to internet, and there'd just be like a nice sunny day with a beam and you could see dust floating, and like you gently move your hand and it would like move to the force of your hand moving the air. They kind of have that reaction.
An old man.
But so is there any like heat coming off of them, or is it just like a distortion in the air?
No, I would say that there is a gentle warmth that comes off of them. It doesn't feel like a burning heat, but there is a warmth to it. And they sort of scintillate between reds, blues, and purples.
What's that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Repeat your question again.
I just said, are these part of some new technique that you've gotten since you've revived?
Septimus was like his eyes closed, like trying to concentrate. I don't know if I fully understand exactly what they are. It's part of the reason I'm meditating right now. I know there's a connection between the life force that I interact with and my power. I'm trying to understand it more.
Do you still believe that the spirits, it is a choice to give your soul to Machina and not something that should be taken?
From what I understood, Machina was a lie. Not a lie. I should... Something completely different than I anticipated it to be.
If I don't want to, force you to do anything. I know that we are in dire straits now and we need your power. But if this power turns to be something that you can't abide by or is servicing the evils that we face, it would behoove us to learn more. Perhaps after all this is done, we can work on that research together. I might not be as good of an assistant as Bruce was, but maybe I can help.
And as I continue to learn more, I will share that knowledge with you.
I, nod gently and smile, and I say, "That is good. Let us rest."
Septimus, for what you are attempting to do with these meditations, I would ask...
He's sit there, he's closing his eyes and he's focusing in on the cinders. He has kind of an understanding of perhaps what they are, maybe not exactly, but seeing how the enemy fell before him and moved into circling around him. He's focusing on just that character, trying to hone in and see if he can feel whatever that thing's life force was.
Okay. I would ask for a religion check.
$21.
Okay. Septimus, you concentrate on these cinders, and for those of you resting around him, you would see the cinders do seem to start to spiral and dance in a concert. It's quite a nice little light show. But for you, Septimus, as they spin around you and your eyes are closed, you're concentrating on reaching out with your powers, with your new sort of attunement, and they all freeze in the air, and a single one floats in front of you. And you gain access to what is essentially mechanically a casting of Speak with Dead.
How many questions again? 5?
5. And this would be the evoker that you killed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The first question. You can probably understand that. Okay, so I Speak with Dead. Reach out to him.
Yeah, so just to give you a quick refresher on Speak with Dead. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions, or in this case, the moat. The moat knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the moat is under no compulsion to offer truthful answer if you are antagonistic toward it, or it recognizes you as an enemy. It doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit, so it can't learn new information doesn't comprehend anything that happened since it died. You can't speculate about future events.
Right. Okay. What was the name of the... This is not my question. What was the name of the antagonist that spoke over the loudspeaker again?
Mr. Desario.
Mr. Desario.
Mm.
All right, then my first question would be... Could an outsider of the Avenirium Electric Company be able to navigate their way to Mr. Desario?
If they are clever and wise, all illusions are penetrable.
How are you able to transverse through it?
Through rigorous training and a schedule. The lantern shows the way.
What lantern do you speak of?
The lantern of revelations.
Is it a guide, or is it an obtainable item?
You must simply know the way, and you can obtain it.
Do you
One
know?
more.
Yeah, I know. Is there anything of value to Mr. Desario that could be used as leverage to smoke him out? Make him come out?
There is nowhere safer for a sage of coin and mind than his own maze. And then the cinders return to their regular floating.
He'll turn towards the group. 'Cause, 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 'cause was able to come across some revelations, or not really revelations, but hints into our next endeavor. Peering into the soul of the enforcer that guarded the way, I was able to discern that there's a lantern that guides, the lantern of revelation. Something that we must keep an eye on to help navigate the illusions we may face.
Like an actual lantern?
Uncertain.
Oh, great.
You know when it comes to these things, Jaquette. Spectral beings are always mystical in their answers. But he also mentioned that there was no item that was necessarily carried to help navigate through it. He needed training. He needed some sort of expertise to be an enforcer to navigate through the maze. But then also a schedule. Perhaps there were certain times that the defenses that are there were lowered when obviously knowing that somebody was coming.
Are those guards still with us? Or did you guys kill them all while I was gone?
No, they're. I imagine they're just. You guys have them like tied up in the corner.
And there's like a administrator's desk in the front here.
Yep.
Jacques will wander over to it, taking a quick glance to see if there's any kind of paperwork that might have a schedule on it or something, and at the same time kind of calling out to the guards, going, do you guys know about any kind of schedule kept here?
So give me an investigation check for the desk. And while you're rolling that, one of the guards would say, we are just trollers. We don't get that sort of training or access. They, Mr. Desario manipulates the back rooms to allow us to speak with him. There is a schedule that invokers and enforcers know to move more quickly through the back rooms. But Mr. Desario is the master of the maze. Which means the schedule is set by him, which means he can change that schedule. Especially given time.
I see. So our little rest maybe gave him time to reset some of his traps or mazes. That was a 25 on the investigation.
Okay. You do find a calendar at the desk. And it does look like it's not... The schedule doesn't appear to be organized where it's like, yeah, at the start of the month, it shifts to this schedule. It starts on random days and ends on random days, not in any pattern of rotation. Like sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's 2 days, sometimes it's 4 days, but the days are marked by a color code.
Okay, so there's a calendar here. It's got color-coded days and segments, but I guess without knowing what these segments mean, there's no way to figure out what the actual schedule is. Looking at the map, the calendar, what is the color of the day?
Good question. The color of the day is red.
How long has it been red, and how long will it continue to be red?
It has been red since this morning. Today is the first day of the red, and it is red for the
Okay.
foreseeable future, it looks like.
Like it's like everything else is like blocks of color, and then there's just red forward. And I'm assuming there's no other red blocks.
Nope.
Okay. Well, it seems like they're using a new color coding system. Weather forecast, red, with a chance of imminent death. Great. Well, we're looking for a lantern. We're up against an unknown schedule. What could go wrong?
Sorry, I was resting and adjusting my armor, which I can do at the end of a short rest. I just twisted a dial, and I now have resistance to psychic damage.
He did let it slip that he called it his mind palace or something like that. Perhaps, do we have any spells that might protect our minds as we proceed forward?
Nope.
Wait, I didn't finish my question. What does the lantern do?
He just said it is a guiding beacon. It's a way to traverse the illusions.
Oh, I see. So it might reveal things that are not real.
And it sounds like a lantern of revealing,
Yeah, that's what I said.
which I'm pretty sure Bruce once had on his person for a long time.
Did he get rid of it?
He
Well,
probably took
we've
it
got-
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, along with all our hopes and dreams. Well, we have these, Jacquet says, holding up the rainbow-colored egg stones. That should dispel any magical effects, 5th level or lower. I don't know if this mind palace will be within that purview, but it can't hurt. So, has it been an hour? Have we long rested, O gods of the unseen?
We have not long rested.
Shh. If he said yes, then I could have
And then it
somehow
counts.
rules lawyered
Yeah,
him. That's
the
how
the
it
rules
works.
clearly say that if the DM says yes when you trick him in a question, he has to abide by it.
Yeah.
You silly person.
Yes, you do successfully complete a short rest.
Long rest? Okay, cool, thanks.
No.
Oh,
You all right there, champ?
I will be.
Big heals.
Yeah, I'm back up to full.
I'm short 6 hit points, and I
Um,
refuse to use another hit die to get them.
Of course, because we're definitely gonna short rest again.
Yeah, I just dumped all my freaking. I dumped all my.
Well, you needed it.
I did.
Yeah, you
desperately
needed it. Yeah.
And that temp hit points stays. So you now have like 1,000,000 hit points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
If I did have 10 hit points at some point, I'm pretty sure I lost them.
You did lose them.
Divine intervention only goes to 5.
Oh, did you have something
True.
you wanted to do with it? You wanted to cast Ethereal Nest, didn't you?
No, I wanted to cast True Sight.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I used to have a
I would-
potion of that.
Or I cast Blindness on myself, so that way I don't see anything.
Yeah, that's how
Hey,
it'll
you
work.
know,
I can't be tricked if I can't see.
Well, you
Can't
have
mess
ears.
with my brain if I shut it off.
it knows.
Yeah, we can use some illusory smells, illusory sounds. Well, I'll get you.
Is that void berries?
Hilarious.
Thanks.
No laughing. You're not allowed to laugh.
Fyrn kicks the door down.
You don't
Keep your
have to
wits
kick
about
the
you.
door down.
Yeah, he knows that. He wants to.
Yes, he does.
When
Fyrn
we-
does.
This is a very easy opportunity for Fyrn to release some rage.
Wait.
you know.
Please.
I cast false life, so I have 12 hit points. 10 hit points.
Oh, you have 12 hit
But-
points. Only 12 hit points?
12 temp hit points.
This
do something
episode's going to be all about just catching each other saying the wrong thing.
You said the lantern. What was the lantern's name? The lantern.
Lantern of Revelation.
Lantern of Revelation.
Mm-hmm.
Jacquette's gonna drink his potion of heroism.
I want to do something stupid.
What do you want to do?
Waits until Septimus may or may not do something stupid.
Septimus is good. Fuck it. Why not? He's
I can
gonna
maybe think of some reasons.
divine intervention.
Okay.
Legend.
You sure? Oh, okay.
Legend
was like,
lore, Lantern
I thought you were
of
going to do something stupider.
Revelation.
Which do you think he's gonna do?
That seems
I think
pretty
you should have
good.
cast like locate object and just be immediately disappointed.
Ah.
That would have been pretty stupid. The stupidity is whether or not I think it's famous enough. Because
Yeah,
it says
I was
name
just about
or
to look up
describe. It says name
a
or describe, and the fact that it had a specific name is what I'm going off of. But it could just be
It might be a tool that was invented by some dude in Halcyon, 20 years ago that revolutionized the security system of the AEC Corporation. Who knows? Be a well-known.
Fun clarification: the Avenarian Electrum Company is not part of Halcyon. It is technically part of the Midlands, and technically is under the control, leadership of the governor. But they operate as a fairly independent city-state.
Okay. But the Halcyonic people make all the cool stuff, so.
And I mean, they do have Halcyonic elves in their company. Okay, Michael, you cast Legend Lore, beseech Machina for some knowledge of the Lantern of Revelations in the maze of the Sage of Coin and Mind. Except the sad trombone comes through all like mechanical and distorted from Machina.
and of course everybody hears it.
It is not a legendary object or famous enough to be Legend Lord.
Makes sense. Well,
Game over. Insert 2 more coins to proceed.
I suppose I have nothing else to try. We must just
That's
keep
a
our
good
wits
idea.
about us.
Anything
Yeah,
else
it's
anyone would
gonna
like
have
to
one of
do
those
before the door gets kicked down?
This
How
will
many
probably
stones did you guys collect in total?
9.
That's right.
Everyone has 2 except for Jacques, who has 3.
It's an actual
spell
item
something?
in D&D Beyond that you can pull up, Dispelling Stone.
They're
But
in
yes,
the party inventory if you want to pull them.
Yeah, you can throw them up to 30 feet and it explodes in a 10-foot radius sphere of magical energy on impact, destroying the stone. Any active spell of 5th level or lower in the sphere ends.
What's tight? We each get 2.
Mm-hmm.
Quick gets 50.
Yeah.
What? No.
Look, some things can never change.
He has 3.
Jacques' hoarding mentality.
All right.
I kick the door down.
Okay.
One of the guards is like, why?
Why? I showed you the door just
door's
opens.
historic.
There's a lot of cultural meaning behind those.
It's a
Well,
very
I'm
simple
from
plain
kicking
door.
doors.
So you kick it and it swings open. It's not even challenging. It's almost as if the door lets you kick it open.
Swings back.
It smacks you in the face. No, it doesn't do that. The door, you kick it, and it is like there's you can feel the contact of your boot and the impact and it forcing it open, but then it kind of like doesn't like swing and slam like you usually expect. That gives you a lot of satisfaction. It kind of like starts to do that and then just sort of slows down as if it was opened normally. The next room is made up of brick walls. It is a small room, 20 by 20. Or actually, I'll take that back. It's 20 by 15. It's longer than it is deep. Or wider. I'm sorry, wider than it is deep. And once you're in there, you can see, or I guess, does everyone step in?
Can we see a lantern?
Yeah.
It's waiting for us right on a side table as we enter the door.
You do see some lanterns when you step in.
Yeah, I'll step in.
Okay. Does everyone else step in?
I'll step in after Septimus.
my
After
hand
the
for
3
Jacques.
go in, Jacques stands up to it, cocks Samari, turns back to the guards and go, "If we don't come back, remember us as we were." Fucking sacks of shit. And then he takes Saskia's hand and walks in.
Okay. So as soon as all of you have walked in,
Milady. Jacques tips his fedora.
as soon as you all walk in, the first person to turn back would see that the entrance door that you stepped in through has disappeared. On the left wall, there are 3 lanterns hanging on chains that have small flickering flames in them. They glow a bright light. On the opposite side, on the right side, there are only 2 lanterns, but also flickering bright lights. The one closest to you that should match the other 3, there is no lantern there. Directly across from you is a regular door.
Do we take a lantern and hope for the best?
No.
I wonder if this is. What if it's like whoever enters these doors, you take the lantern so that you can navigate it.
Sean, can I inspect all the lanterns to see if one maybe is different than others?
I'm not going to ask you for any roll because when you go up to them, all 5 of the lanterns are identical. And they all are on like a hook on the chain. They are like
Right.
easily removable.
Apologies, but describe how they're oriented again. To the left,
Yep.
when we walked in, to the left was 3.
3, and then to your right is 2. They're not evenly spaced out, like the 2 don't like even out that wall. There's clearly a spot where there's should be a 6th lantern.
Almost like the guard that Fyrn sent in here maybe took one, or someone else did.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I think we're meant to take him.
Like, are they easily to be like taken off?
Mm-hmm.
They are easy to take off. Like I said, they're basically the way they look like literally like a watchman's lantern that has a ring on the top.
Okay. And there's only one door straight, or are there doors on either onto the left
There's
or right?
one door straight. I will say they are let me just double check this. Make sure this is accurate to what I had planned. They are hooded lanterns, so the light comes out of a porthole essentially in the front, so they're directional.
You mean a bullseye lantern?
Yeah, a bullseye lantern. Yeah, that's the correct term for that. So you can see they are feeding light into the room, bright light from those bullseyes in the front of them. That altogether light up this room in bright light all throughout. They are on, again, like I said, they have handles at the top that are hanging on hooks on chains hanging from the ceiling. The spot that doesn't have a lantern is there's no chain though. Like the only thing that makes you think there should be a lantern there is the arrangement of them, not that there's an empty chain.
So they took the chain with them.
I think we're meant to take it.
Yeah, Fyrn grabs a lantern.
Okay, Septimus is gonna watch Fyrn take a lantern then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the first one that's the closest to the door that I just came out of. So it would probably be the one on the
Left.
3 side. Yeah.
Yeah, the left one closest to the door would be what is closest to you. So when you go and you take the lantern off of the hook, you would, as soon as you take the lantern off the hook, as if materializing in the wall are a line of holes, and you hear a sound.
Whoops.
And a string of arrows shoots out of the wall. But as you flinch and maybe go to dive, the arrows just go right through you. Illusory.
Weird. Is this supposed to scare me? I yell at the ceiling.
Right. I'll take one. I'll take the one on the left, the next one on the left.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the next one on the left. So the second one in. Okay. You grab it. The chain loosens up and goes up without the weight of the lantern like the other one did. You all hear a crunching sound, like stone on stone. And then you start to see the walls start to...
What happens if I shine the lantern on the crushing walls?
Nothing. Right now, actively, the walls are closing in on you
Actively.
all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not like it's like they start to shake. No, the walls start to close in on you guys.
Well, shit. Sorry.
Fyrn immediately goes to the wall to make sure it's not an illusion, and just kind of like shoulder checks it, like gently shoulder checks it to like see if I could like push it if it's real, if it's not real, like so he could catch himself if he falls over,
Mhm.
because he's still not sure that he's in any danger.
Yeah. So when you go to shoulder check the wall, you find that you do slip through it and catch yourself, and the walls vanish, and the walls as they were are where they were supposed to be.
What is the
I don't
purpose of
understand how-
having these illusionary traps?
Right? I don't understand how this is supposed to be scary or deterring if they just go right through.
Perhaps they're only fake if you're not holding a lantern.
Which,
Oh,
but holding
wait, yeah,
the
I guess
lantern-
that's a good point. As the walls keep moving towards us, do we slip through it? Jaquette and myself.
The walls stopped, disappeared as soon as Fyrn
Oh, okay.
pushed himself through it.
I see what you mean.
Perhaps that is what would happen if we triggered it without taking the lantern. Because if we had
But you
not
can't
known,
trigger
Or
it.
if you drop the
Trigger
lantern.
it by taking the lantern.
Mm,
Try it on the next one.
Jaquette is going to walk up to the middle one on the right,
Mhm.
and he is going to cast Minor Illusion in front of it,
Mhm.
and see what happens. It's just a
Uh,
little. You see a little
little-
cat face, like. I guess sorry, it has to be an object, so a little.
It could be like a toy
Uh,
cat face.
Yeah, toy cat face appears in a
Yeah.
vague similar likeness to Jaquette's, but not quite.
Yeah, because it's a cat, not a tabaxi.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
what's everyone's passive perception?
16.
20 probably.
17.
14.
All right. When you do this, nothing happens in the room, but Jaquette and Septimus, you, as if it's coming through the walls, hear a faint laugh, like it sounds like it's coming from Mr. Desario.
So what did you do? You did a minor illusion on what?
In front of a lantern. The intent was to see, does it appear, or does the lantern dispel this illusion?
Oh, I see.
And apparently it does not, and Mr. Desario thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
Jaquette says
Astute.
in his voice. Jaquette, grumbling, will just take the lantern on the second lantern on the, the middle lantern on the right.
Okay. Middle lantern on the right. As soon as you take it, the chain, like before, goes up. There's no trap sounds, but in the middle of that wall does appear a door.
Oh, look, a door. Oh, ha, ha. Jaquette goes to almost jokingly, but still does actually go to grab it and open it.
Yeah. Yeah, so when you go and grab to open it, maybe half thinking like nothing's going to happen, the door opens and you
Right.
kind of slip forward.
Oh. Okay.
Septimus, before we pursue any further, we'll take the final lantern. Well, I guess there's two left, right?
There's two left, yes.
There's one on each side, right?
Yep, on the far side of the wall. And there's still the door that was there from the beginning. That hasn't changed.
I'll take the one on the left. Oops.
Okay. When you take that one, the chain goes up and you hear a cracking sound on the floor beneath you. as all the stone foundation cracks, and starts what starts gushing out of those cracks is sizzling acid.
Can I attempt to dodge it?
Yeah, give me a dexterity saving throw.
I just hold on. That was not. Well, it doesn't matter because it's a stupid 4.
You attempt to dodge it, but you end up falling face first into the acid, and the acid disappears as soon as you land on it.
Okay.
Come on, man. Really, you haven't figured it out yet?
Don't you think that it's odd that most of these are illusions? What if the purpose of them is to allow us to put our guard down, so that when there's a real trap, we just stand there and get hit?
Who knows? This could be 4D chess. Desario could have told the guards that there's lanterns when there really aren't. And this is all some fucking mind game this motherfucker's made up. The guy's sick enough in the head. Yeah, I know you can hear us, you fucker.
He's trying to make us waste time. We've got to keep moving.
So, first door or new door? Jacquet says, pointing to the original door that was there and the new one that appeared when he took the lantern.
If we trust the information from Septimus, maybe we try new door.
Okay, you
Should
go
we take the
first.
last? Should we take the last lantern along with us?
I mean, we're never. It's gonna bother me that we don't know what it does. So yeah,
Okay, you go take it.
fine.
Fyrn smashes the last lantern.
No,
No!
I'm gonna
No!
do it, Fyrn.
No, I will check
out of the
against
way.
that.
I
You
push
just-
him out of the way and I
okay.
go take the lantern.
Get the hell out
Alright.
of here.
All right, when
Fucking
you
little Rambo right now.
grab the lantern, you see the same arrow slit holes open up in the wall. Do you react to it?
Well, we saw the acid was the acid real?
Acid was fake.
Acid was fake. Okay.
Everything's
So
been
then-
fake except for the door.
The door. Yeah. Okay. So no, then I don't. I'm just like, bring it on.
Okay.
They're gonna be fucking real. Are they fucking real?
Yeah, they are.
You're still let me smash it! No!
Didn't listen to me.
You take 3 piercing damage as a dart hits you right in the chest.
Oh fuck! What the fuck? Shut the fuck up!
Oh, that's too good. That's too good.
Precisely my point.
I'm sorry. Did you make a point? I wasn't listening.
We
Jacques,
need-
forgetting what he just said to Fyrn, will start to walk through the open door.
Excellent. Okay.
Rip the dart out. Throw it down.
All right. So, do you guys follow Jacquet through the door?
This is the one that appeared, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's that door? It's new.
What?
I
I
don't
get the
know.
reference.
Yeah, I know.
Because
the
like new
reference.
girl, new
Who's
door.
that
I don't know.
door? It's new.
No, the door's name is Jess.
How do you know?
Yeah, did you ask?
Well, if it-
Oh right, you talk to objects, you fucking weirdo.
That's right.
All right. So, you step through the door. And as soon as you step through the door, there's sort of this like blinking light that turns on. Not a lantern, not a lantern, but a basically like a string of parallel lines that go down the hallway that light up in a dim blue light. This is a very simple hallway that is made of brick, like the previous room, stone floor, just a square hallway that goes forward. The lights seem to be motion activated and sort of follow you because it doesn't go all the way down the hallway. It just lights up where you are present. So it's very much giving Severance. And it's it doesn't like, it's not like it stops right in front of your face. Like it goes a dim light 10 feet ahead of you. What you would see 10 feet ahead of you, and also you guys have some dark vision in this party,
You
is
have lanterns
all
that
the
are
way.
shooting.
oh, you're taking the lanterns.
Light?
I forgot you guys decided to take the lanterns.
Were you not accounting for that?
So yeah, you all have bullseye
Jaco
lanterns.
Immediately throws the lantern aside and goes, "We weren't meant to take them."
You all have your bullseye lanterns. So you have the effective item bullseye lantern in D&D Beyond. So that shoots
Someone else
out
do.
light. That shoots out. I don't remember how many feet it is.
60 feet cone of bright, and then an additional 60 feet of dim afterwards.
Okay, so you can see pretty effectively ahead of you. So what you see is the hallway extends that full 60 feet. On the right side of the hallway, 10 feet in, beyond where you're standing, is a passage right. Another 20 feet beyond that is another passage right. And then 10 feet beyond that, or I'm sorry, the rest of the way beyond that, which would be 30 feet, turns left. So you have two rights and a left.
And you said it was 10, 10, 30?
10, 20, 30.
Okay.
Stefan's drawing already.
Someone's gotta.
It's true. I think Fyrn is gonna look to Jaquette and be like, "Well, you want to go first? I mean, maybe you could find these traps easier than I can."
Something tells me these traps might not be caught by the eye, but let's go. So Jaquette will hesitantly go forward first, keeping his eyes peeled. He will move up to the first passageway on the right and look down it.
Okay. Are you actively looking for traps?
Correct, sir, I am.
All right. So traps. It's been a while. It's a perception to identify them, investigation to discern the nature of them. Right.
Or to or like how to like disarm them.
How to
or
disarm them, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So give me a perception check as you
Does anyone
move
want
forward
to
10 feet.
help me? while I do this?
Actually, holy shit.
Man, if we had Bruce, he would just use his trapper class and
Or
find traps.
I could wait a minute.
Do you have find whatever?
I do have. I have find traps prepared.
Do you really?
Beautiful.
That is such a
I
wild.
swear to God.
It's just such a funny one. It just scream Mike to prepare find traps, but that's awesome.
I think I did it like several sessions ago, and I forgot to take it off.
That makes sense. It is a lower level spell. I think when you're like a high level caster, it's easy to forget to change out low level spells.
Septimus will cast find traps.
You
What
couldn't
happened?
have done
Wait,
that
hold on,
in
wait,
the last room.
Well,
I gotta do it constantly. If I feel like this is a good portion to do it, might as well. So yes.
Oh, is it not? How
It's
does
not a
find
duration. It's an
It's not a
instantaneous.
duration. It's an instantaneous. So I have to cast it every single room that we go into.
It's a second level
Well,
spell.
Maybe we familiarize ourselves with the types
Yeah.
of traps that we'll be going against, and then from there, we'll, I don't know, figure it out.
Yeah, you may want to save it for when you.
I guess that's true because also it's just going to tell us what kind of traps there are. Because the spell, it does say the spell reveals that a trap is present, but not its location. You learn the
yeah.
general nature of the danger posed by the trap you sense.
Yeah, and it's within 120 feet, so like this would identify that trap that Sass triggered behind you.
So,
but it
yes,
senses any
I'll go
trap, so
forward.
you would
I'll do it.
know how many traps
At
are
least,
around
just
you.
to look what to look for. So you know what, I will do it.
All right.
Septimus's eyes glow light blue as he senses traps.
Okay, so you would sense many types of traps. So let's start with the obvious ones. You would sense a magical arrow slit trap that shoots a dart at you. They are magical in nature, though. It's not like a mechanical trap. You would sense a trap that creates illusory walls to crush you. A trap that creates illusory acid to burn you. A trap that creates an illusory arrow slit that doesn't actually hit you.
Interesting.
Basically, everything that happened in the previous room, you would identify as a trap within 120 feet of you. You would also identify a glyph of warding and a wall trap that does actually happen physically.
So I would relay that to the crew.
Oh, and one last trap you would discover, which is a sentry statue that fires a fireball spell at you.
And that's real.
That one is real. You identify that as real. With it, all of those things within 120 feet of you.
So if it's an acid trap, it's an illusion. But everything else could be real.
No. Jacquette's gonna quickly scurry back into the first room and investigate or perceive the door to see if there's any magical glyphs inscribed into it or physical traps within it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Go 15.
15 doesn't seem to be trapped.
All right. Jacquette comes back to the group and goes, well, if there's a trap on that door, I couldn't figure it out, so no dice. Anyways, now that we know we're looking for most likely a glyph of warding, a physical wall trap, and a sentry statue, I'll keep my eyes peeled, as Jacquette will then go down the hallway again to the first branch.
Yep. Peeking around the first branch, you would look down and you would see a empty hallway that goes 40 feet and then has a sharp left turn.
Do you want a perception check for that just carries over for everything, or do you want separate
We'll do
separate
We'll
perceptions.
separate perceptions. We'll do separate
Okay.
perceptions.
All right. Does someone want to help me, or I can help someone else if they want to make perception
me.
checks? All right, I'm giving you the help action.
I'm pretty good at looking, but I think Septimus is better.
Yeah.
Well, so here's how it works. If you have proficiency in perception, you can take the help action to give someone advantage.
Okay, so I have
You-
proficiency, so I would like to help Saskia then.
Perfect. So there you go. So Sass can make him with advantage too.
So 2 checks with advantage. We got Sass and Jacques as our scouts, with you 2 helping them.
The helpers are holding the lanterns up.
20. Dirty 20.
18 for me.
Okay. Dirty 20 and an 18. Looking down this hallway to see if there's any traps. No identifiable traps in this hallway with your perception checks. It just looks like a regular hallway with no like tripwires or chains, or odd looking stones in the floor.
I'm imagining us like the Scooby-Doo gang all like bundled together, like shining a light all in different directions.
Yeah.
Jacques, can you send, would Robespierre trigger anything, potentially?
No, unfortunately not.
Never mind.
Good thought though.
You
I
want
guess
to?
it's like that hard thing where it's like it's invisible, it's shapeless. I mean, it's a medium force. So I guess technically it could actually.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't say, because it would, usually in my perspective, they make it clear in the written rules of the thing if it's like intangible.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I know, because I was looking at some illusion spells earlier, and it specified when things are intangible and can't interact with objects. And like an unseen servant can pick things up, can touch things, fold
Right.
clothes, mend, light fires. So in my perspective, that means that it does touch things. And the way I know in our minds, I imagine we always, because it's invisible in our heads, we think it's like a floating thing, but it appears on the ground. So like it actually does like
Right.
technically like move on the ground.
Huh. Good thinking, Saskia. Robespierre, appear before me, and beware, because we're using you as a fucking bait. And I will cast Unseen Servant to summon Robespierre.
Love it.
I
And
forgot about this guy.
even more so to give us credence that this
gang.
guy is interactable with the world is that they give it an AC and hit points.
Right. Yeah, that's I forgot about that until I opened the spell. I was like, oh, well, actually, and it says medium force. So,
Yeah. So it yeah, exactly. It has like a size as well. It's really it's a tangible thing that just happens to be invisible. All right, so you're gonna send Robespierre down the hall.
Well, turning to the others, do we continue down hallway number 1 or this new branch? How do we want to do this? Do we want to always stick left?
I mean, I always tend to favor left. So that's my vote.
All right, sounds good. So Jacques to Robespierre goes, walk 30 feet in front of us down this hallway. Or walk all the way to the end of the hallway. Cool.
Mhm. Yeah. And for generally moving through these mazes, because I've set up this illusory versus non-illusory traps, I'll always ask you when a trap is triggered, what if you choose to do the saving throw or not. Because obviously you can choose not to and hope it's an illusion. and not take any damage, or you can end up like Sass and take 3 piercing damage. It'll be kind of like that old school, like you hear a trap trigger, what do you do? Robespierre moves 40 feet down the hall to the end. Takes the 6.23 seconds for him to do it, and nothing happens.
Just to be clear, we're going down the main passageway.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard you.
It's
So
okay.
yes, he goes down to the end of the 60 feet, and nothing triggers. Nothing triggers when he gets to the
right.
left turn.
Then Jacquette, following after him, will stop at the second branch and just shine the light down to see what's down there.
Yep. So down there it's a 30-foot length, and then there is a left turn in there. You're in probably the most maze-like part of this dungeon.
All right, then Jacquette will continue after Robespierre, and at the very end, turn to the right again to look down.
Mm-hmm. At the very end, you would be turning left from the way you came. You got 2 rights and then a left. Imagine everyone's following behind, seeing that no traps have been triggered.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so peering down this hall, and you shine your lights down, you can see this hallway is longer than your bullseye lanterns can go. But 20 feet in, you can see there's a left, and then another 10 feet ahead of that, there's a 20 feet in. It's now I have to like reverse my brain because of your positioning. It's left on my map, but it's right in your perspective. So you're looking down this left hallway. Down it, there's a right turn 20 feet in, a left turn 30 feet in. And again, like I said before, like even though you got the lanterns that are giving you what you need for light down the halls, this blue dim light follows you the entire way, shedding dim light into the space that you're in and 10 feet around the space you're in. So
What's Robespierre do next?
I'm sorry. Goes
20
left.
20
and then
feet
it's
in, there's a left.
another-
30 feet in, it's a right.
Thank you. All right, then, and then it keeps going past that. Sorry.
Yes, and it's longer than your lantern's light.
All right. Then Robespierre takes the left, and then the left to go down that first hallway on the left.
So, if you're looking at a map of it, like head looking like top down, the lefts and rights are gonna be a little mixed up because your perspective is shift. So there's 20 feet in is a right, and then 30 feet in is a left. I may have said that wrong. So 20 feet from your perspective, looking down this tunnel, 20 feet in is a right turn, 30 feet in is a left turn.
So we're gonna keep with our left. So we've walked down the 60-foot first hallway. We've taken a left down this super long hallway. We walk 30 feet and then take a left.
Okay. I realize what I'm going to have to do is like literally shift my map to your perspective so I don't give you the wrong directions.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going that 30 feet. And you're sending Robespierre first. There are no triggers in that 30 feet. When you walk up the 20 feet, you can like look down the other passageway, and you can see that you can see that it is a 20-foot hall that then has a right turn.
Okay.
But then you keep moving, you get to where it turns left, and you can see it is a very short hallway. 10-foot hallway that leads to a door.
What if we just all run separate directions wildly?
Please don't.
See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we might be able to confuse him. There's only one of him, right? And there's 5 of us, so.
And then we just
This is where we just go into a montage of each of you getting killed by individual traps.
cue the
Jacques
Scooby-Doo music.
Jacquette's gonna quickly check the door for traps.
Yep, give me an investigation check.
Uh, 15.
Jacquette with a 15. I would say it's hard to tell.
Jacquette backs up and goes, "All right, Fyrn, found a door for you to kick in."
Sure. I go.
Full
and
disclaimer, I
kick
don't
the
know if
door.
it's trapped.
Too late.
Jacquette has backed up to be around the corner watching.
As yeah, you got the 15. Fyrn, you're gonna kick the door down?
Yeah, I was
Alright.
told to.
Well, to be fair, I didn't tell you to. I just said I found one for you.
All right.
You know, I want to give my friends satisfaction.
So, where's everyone standing?
In cover.
I guess behind Jacquette. You open the door, you see a sentry standing there. Hi.
Hello.
Fireball.
I guess as he says, Fyrn, I got a door for you to kick down. Where would everyone be standing? There's a 10-foot hallway. I mean, these hallways themselves are rarely narrow. They're 5 feet wide, like you're moving single file down them. So like you could be 15 feet away and be in that, like looking in that hallway, or you could be behind the corners. Where would everyone be standing?
Behind the corner.
Mhm.
Wherever Septimus or
100%.
Jacquette was.
Yep.
Okay.
Follow Chuckwit. Just dive bomb behind him.
All right, Fyrn, give me a dexterity saving throw as you go to kick this door down.
Sure. Why are you not doing this, Jacquette? Don't you have on like some rogue thing that would make it so you wouldn't take damage from this?
He's not a. He's not a.
It's more fun.
He's also not a door kicker down kind of character.
All
That's
right, I
not
got
his
a
MO.
13 saving throw. Sean, did I pass?
You did not pass.
Cool.
All right, so as Fyrn goes to kick the door, his foot it, like stops just short of the door, as if there's a gravitational repulsion, and then glyphs light up all over the door. Possibly the glyph of warding that Septimus identified exists within 120 feet of your previous location. So, Fyrn.
It's not even the fire damage that I was looking forward to.
That is going to be 22 acid damage.
22. Okay.
Yeah, as there's sort of all the glyphs light up, and then they sort of just turn into this surge of acid that shoots out at Fyrn. And the rest of you would just see like acid splashing against the wall that would have hit you if you stayed in the line and weren't behind the corners. It seems to just have completely splattered through this whole 10 foot and then 5 feet into the hallway, sizzling the walls, but then quickly becoming inactive after doing its job.
So is it like the I disabled the effect after attempting to do that? Like, did I feel my like that force that was preventing my foot? Did I go through and then take the damage, or did it just stop me?
Your foot would have gone through after the effect triggered. Trying to read if it's a one-time thing.
I think its duration is instantaneous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that means
Until dispelled or triggered. So once it's triggered, it dissipates. So your foot gets through after you get splashed with acid. And
I imagine after getting splashed by acid, like I would kind of lose momentum, and I wouldn't.
Yeah. It's gonna take a second attempt. You can do it, but the first attempt kind of gets.
Instead of actually smashing it down, I'm going to use thaumaturgy, the invisible hand feature, to just see if the doors open and just open it. It says you instantly cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut.
Yep. As he does this, once again, Jacquette and Septimus would hear the faint laughter from the walls in the hallway. But yes, the door opens up with the thaumaturgy spell, leading into a room. This room is, from your perspective, 20 feet wide and 30 feet long. And you can see that there are 6 stations set up in there that have various tools on them. They seem to be like crafting stations of some kind, or some kind of tool station. Each station has basically 2 lodestones sitting parallel from each other, with several wires wrapped around them. They're sitting on wooden tables with a seat in front of it. I mean, it kind of honestly looks like a sweatshop, in like the way it's all arranged. It seems abandoned right now. Like there's no lights in here, there's no torches, there's no lanterns. It's just your lights, and the faint blue light that extends into the room if you step into it. But there are these lodestones all set up there, which I would say Septimus, as someone who knows the nature of mending magic, would identify these as mending stations. Lodestones are the component of a mending cantrip if you're not using a spell focus. So these are likely some sort of like industrialized mending stations.
Interesting.
Sort of the first indication that you are. Go ahead.
Go ahead now.
It's the first indication that this is like a place that has real rooms in it. Like there's not only going to be illusions, like you bypass the illusions to get to the places you want to be in. If you know the maze, you don't need to bypass the illusions. If you know the what you've been trained to know, or you've been given special access by the sage, there are real purposeful rooms in here that are not just mazes and illusions. So you've reached your first real, like, bona fide purposeful room. And opposite the wall from you is another door.
Is it the only other door?
Yes. Septimus, with your 20 passive perception, you would notice that there is a lantern chain on the left wall in the center.
He'll go over to the lantern chain with his lantern, kind of shine it over on the wall, and investigate it a bit more.
Yeah, give me an investigation check to see if anything kind of is revealed. Are you proficient in investigation?
Oh, investigation.
Can I actually help him?
Yes,
Because I am proficient.
Excuse me. I am too.
I didn't realize.
Excuse me.
I'll take
I'm a scrapper. I investigated things underwater for many years.
I'm taking Jaquette's help.
No, Jacquet is busy being berated by Fyrn.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a 19.
A 19. Okay, with a 19, you notice something new. So, like I said, this room is dark. There's no extra light in here other than your own lights. When you start to like shine your lantern around, even though this is not exactly how bullseye lanterns work, it does create some residual dim light. And with your 19, you would notice that very, very faintly, when there's dim light hitting this wall, you can see sort of in the movement of the light, the sort of ethereal tracings of a door that you can't normally see in bright light or dark.
Who has the 2 lanterns?
Everyone has a lantern.
Didn't somebody take the second lantern that was left over?
Oh, Saskia
From
did.
the first one?
I guess Saskia. Yeah, Saskia did touch both lanterns. So unless you put that lantern back, you have 2 lanterns.
No.
You have that 2. You have that second lantern. Saskia, hand me one of those lanterns.
Oh, now you want my help?
You just helped me. There's clearly markings of a door that's here. As I'll take the second lantern.
Mellock. Does it open?
No.
You speaking in tongues?
No.
Did you make a
Elvish.
deal with the devil? What?
Don't you speak Elvish? Doesn't everyone speak Elvish?
I know.
He'll
Yeah,
take
it's
those
just-
lanterns
it's-
from Saskia.
I'm pretty sure
Well,
it's actually.
it's just that the real word is melon, not mellock.
Oh. Melons.
So I don't know what he
Don't
said.
talk about. Don't talk to
um,
Sas like that.
Sorry. You know I get a little inappropriate when I'm exploring dungeons.
He's gonna take the second lantern, put it on the chain.
okay. So, you put the lantern on the chain, and the chain, depresses a little or sinks down a little with the weight of the lantern. Nothing happens. Now, as you're sort of investigating this, carrying over that 19, And probably, truthfully, I should have told Jacquette this when he was first investigating the lanterns. But he was asking about if they were all the same. There is another aspect of the lanterns, that there is a like on the exterior ring of the lantern, that is the hood, there is basically like a rounded lever that can go around, which basically will, if you were to touch it, would expose the lantern to radiate like a full lantern as opposed to a bullseye. It like wraps the metal of the hood to a so that it can actually be a full lantern as opposed to a bullseye lantern.
And they are all like that? Or
Yeah, they are all identical. So they all have the ability to be a full lantern or a bullseye lantern.
Wow.
Could Septimus tinker and play with the aperture, I guess, of it?
Yeah, it exposes more
Like maybe
brightly.
maybe it's like this, or is it like get it like to such a way where that you were saying before, like dim light of the lantern is causing the door to appear. Could he? He would ask everybody, turn your lanterns away from this area. Set it to your hooded status and turn it away. And so he'll adjust it so there shouldn't be any light on what he's facing right now, except for the lantern that he has held there on the chain. And he's adjusting it to maybe where it's just dim light that's focused on the wall.
Yeah. Once it's set to dim light, you see, and it's still hanging there. You see the door appears.
Do we trust that this is the right one?
With the situation of this room, is there like one of these workstations in front of this door, or is it like, does it look like it's clearly like a passage between two workstations?
Good question. So the workstations are set up in the middle of the room.
Okay. Not against the wall.
Not against the wall. Yeah, I should have clarified. They're in the middle of the room. They're basically like facing each other like this, where they're like if you were sitting at one, you're facing the person working at the other one.
Yep, I got you.
But there's enough space between the stations and the door where it's not like makes no sense that someone could walk to the door.
Right. The lanterns of Revelation show the path, right? So, onward ho. Robespierre, maybe you take this one. And Jacquette will command Robespierre to go open the door.
Oh, okay.
Oh, unless you want to do it. I mean, hey. Yeah, that's what I thought.
The paranoia is setting in. Robespierre opens the door, and it's not a direct hallway. It's actually awkward. It's awkward because it's an angled hallway, angled to the right, like to the point when it's like awkward because if you have to kind of squeeze in and move to the north east if you're thinking on a map sense.
How shining a light down? How what look?
What look?
Let's see.
So it's roughly 30 feet long, and at the end of it is another door.
And it's how tight of an angle is this? Is it like a 45-degree angle?
45 degrees sounds correct based on what I've drawn here.
Okay.
And yes, your map.
Door. All right. Okay. Jacquette walks Robespierre down to the door. Open sesame, my dude.
Halfway through, when Robespierre gets there, the wall on either side starts to. And when it comes to crushing blow with Robespierre and touches him, it vanishes. It was illusory.
Okay. Gotcha.
It didn't destroy him. Yeah.
Good job. Door now. Come on. Stupid piece of shit.
He opens the door, and you can see. Well, I guess no. It would just be dark. But if you shine the light, into it, it kind of looks like a familiar angle into the original lantern room you were in.
It looks like what?
No.
Like the door that.
Yeah, like it led to a
circle.
A hidden door that leads you to the original lantern room.
Oh, a hidden. Okay, but it's not the door that we saw.
No, yes, yeah.
Okay.
I clarify, it's not the same door. It's not like that illusory where it's like breaking the physics of the space.
Okay. Whereabouts in the room does it?
It seems to be connecting where the lantern that shot Sass with an arrow is.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Do all doors lead back to this room? So we should have gone through the fucking door.
Perhaps that was the. Perhaps do we come out?
We
Is it
didn't
where?
go through? Right, the door straight ahead. We went to the right, right?
Yes.
And now we're
Correct.
back to this.
And what-
So I think we need
and
to go
was-
straight. Sorry, go ahead.
And was that where we came back out? Was it on the quote unquote right side of the wall when we had first entered this space? Correct.
If you go through and walk in, you would clearly identify it as the right side.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
room we started in.
Yeah. That's
My
what I was
scale
thinking.
is off, but that's the secret door that Septimus found that leads into here.
I would,
Do I
yeah,
take
based on what Jacquette's drawn there, it is mine's at a different angle, but it looks correct.
Do I take it? Are we near where that lantern was missing from the chain?
No, that would be
We're on the-
So basically, you've opened two doors in that room. You've opened the door that led down the path
Yeah.
you went, and then you've opened a door that
Uh-huh.
circles back there. There's no door at the missing lantern spot. That would still be a wall, you would assume.
Could I go up to that now with a lantern? Hang it up there.
dim light
now
it?
and adjust and dim light it
Oh.
and see what happens.
Yeah. So if you go back into that room, the chain is still there for the lantern that Sass grabbed, but there's a door instead of the brick wall. So like you might even surmise that unveiling this passageway also disabled the trap that was there, since there's nothing to trigger it anymore necessarily. So you're gonna attempt to manipulate the lantern to create dim light.
Yes.
Okay. On the wall, where they're like right behind where there would be a lantern hanging, as you create dim light, what is revealed is a keyhole.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Damn it, we need some small keys. And then we'll probably need a boss key.
I love this kind of design. Real quick, taking us back. When Fyrn and Jacquette first entered this space moons ago, was it like this at all?
No.
Do we remember someone taking a lantern off?
No, this is where it's similar to what I was saying, what the guards were saying, where when they would enter, they don't have like real like clearance to wander these halls regularly. They would walk in and they'd be where they're supposed to be. or they would
Gotcha.
be, or there'd just be an illusory hallway they would walk down, and at the end of it would be whatever their destination needed, regardless of the physics of the space.
Kind of like what we had.
Exactly. So they can,
Okay.
so the sage can control the space to just take you to where he wants you to be, if he's inviting you somewhere, as opposed to letting you wander the bare illusory halls.
Okay. Going
And
up
that
with
would be like
Septimus,
concentrated magic. That would be like him actually like doing an intentional magical action, as opposed to it being like a passive part of the dungeon. So like if he right now was like, I'm sick of you guys, I'm just gonna bring you to my lair and kill you, he could just be like, all right, everything fall away, there's a tunnel, go down it. But he obviously is enjoying this and doesn't want you to find him.
Looking at this keyhole,
Mhm.
can I do some kind of check to see if it is, I guess, twofold trapped and arcane lock specifically?
Give
Or
me
I guess
a
discerning the nature of the keyhole.
yeah. You can give me an investigation check. Someone can help them.
Saskia, help me.
I got you. No, I do it. I want your help.
Oh, you
I'm
guys are
helping,
giving
I'm
me
helping.
triple advantage? Okay, cool.
As I run up and
That's how it
do it.
works.
Well, with Saskia's help, I got a natural 20, so
Woo!
Nice.
See, I'm really good at this.
25. 25 on the investigators.
So I like to imagine when like rogues are checking for like magical things, like they have like special like thieves tool reagents that like, you know, like help them discern it, whether it is like smell or it's like a special like powder you spray that like can maybe reveal some arcane lines. Yeah. That if you do it just right will reveal any kind of like mysterious lock there. What you can discern from this is that it is not trapped. With a nat 20 and 25 total, it is not trapped.
Okay.
And it also is not it is a mechanical lock as opposed to an arcane lock.
All right. Jacquet will take out the doorway scepter that when he doesn't have it on him, it sets as like, I must imagine it's like a key ring of like interesting little pieces, one of which is like a keychain of the doorway scepter. And he takes it out, giving him a +2 to his thieves tools checks, and will try to unlock it.
Hell yeah. Give me a thieves tool check.
And so this is so Kate from our home game, brought this up to me, that when you have proficiency with both a skill and a toolkit, it allows you to have advantage on a check. And so generally speaking, it's a sleight of hand check to unlock a door, but you need thieves tools to actually do it, but you don't necessarily need to be proficient in the thieves tools.
Yeah, this is the because I also brought this up to you in our game.
Okay.
With my painter's supplies, and you did not let me have my advantage.
Okay. I'm sure there's a really good reason for it.
Because you said that it was an ability check, not a skill check, which is my question here, because it has an ability attached to it. It doesn't make it clear that you should be using a skill or that ability necessarily. Like, as it's written, it's contradictory in a weird way, because it says use the ability. Sure. And it's really that you're doing a thieves tools check with proficiency and dexterity. It's a weird way they've done it now, because it's set up to be where it's not skill attached, but then it says proficiency in a skill that's used with that check. Which I've been confused about ever since I brought it up to you, because I was like, the way it's written is like you do a dexterity check and you get your proficiency bonus because you're proficient with thieves tools, which is the equivalent to, you know, like doing a proficient dexterity check. I think it's like if the DM asks you for a sleight of hand check and you have that proficiency, you get that advantage, which is what I would traditionally do in this situation.
Right.
And would be what I'd say you are arguing that you want to do, which is why I'm going to give it to you.
Okay. So I have advantage.
You have advantage, and I'm saying it. I said it in so many words, Stefan, so that I might get advantage in our game for a check with my painter supplies.
Yeah, that's fair. I can be benevolent sometimes.
It will completely
That's a
determine
28.
in the future whether or not you gain advantage on this again.
Oh,
Just kidding.
yes, I know.
What'd you get?
28.
28. Okay. A 28. Love it.
Thank you.
You manipulate this. Ching, 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 ching. As you do so, with a 28, you see the chain shoots up, and then slowly comes back down, and it stops where it was, and then you see the physical effects of it depressing as if a lantern's hung on it, and then the dim light of Septimus's lantern reveals the sixth lantern. And this one above the bullseye has an eye inscribed on it.
The Lantern of Revelation.
Or revealing is layman's terms.
Revealing.
It's intellectual property of the Avenir Electrum Company, and they prefer to call it Lantern of Revelations.
They just have to one-up everyone, huh? Well, you figured this out. It's only fair that you should be the one to take it. Saskia. No, I was just throwing Septimus through a loop.
I was going to say, I
Because,
didn't
you
figure
know.
it out.
Okay, jokes aside, someone just take the fucking thing and let's go.
Septimus will go
Of course,
grab
Septimus.
it.
Oh, God.
It's trapped, you die! Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay. So Septimus, you grab it and pull it off of the chain. Oh God, sorry, my headphones are doing a noise canceling, and I'm not used to it. It's like a random way that I touch it will make it noise canceling. Okay, all right, whatever. Anyway, Septimus, you grab the Lantern of Revelations, and as soon as you grab it, you kind of like shine it around, and it reveals hidden things, so you can see the other traps. You can sort of see like the ethereal makeup of them, and you shine it over them, and all of the traps on the left wall vanish when this lantern shines upon them. You can see they literally magically dissipate.
Is there anything left there besides just an empty wall?
Just the chains where the lanterns would be. There is nothing left on the right side because the doorway got rid of the trap that hit Saskia, and there's the regular doorway that you discovered, but those traps all vanish.
Mm-hmm. And then what about towards the door? That was opposite when we walked in. Anything to shine it on that?
When you shine on that, there is nothing indicating any sort of trap there.
Should we proceed forward down this way now? Or perhaps go back to the other room and investigate the door that was there? This does not seem to have any traps.
I think this guy's trying to fuck with us. And I think the most straightforward path is straightforward. I think we go through that door. And use the lantern that you just found to see what lies beyond.
Septimus, the dim lantern is still hanging from that chain, right?
Say that again?
The dim lantern that you had hung is still hanging from that chain, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, in addition to finding the Lantern of Revelations, you can see that there is an eye that has appeared behind the chain that was in the same spot that the keyhole was. Once Jacques had unlocked the keyhole, it vanished. Despite being mechanical, it was still part of this magical physical world. And there's now an eye there. The eye does seem to be made up of 6 parts. If you're looking at it almost like a puzzle, where there's the pupil, the iris, and then the sclera. The sclera on the left and right are split into two pieces. Like there's a line between them that turns it into 6 parts. I'll draw it real quick for you guys.
No,
I know what it
I
looks
got an
like.
idea of what you're saying, yeah.
Looks just like my eyes.
Like
I don't
that.
like the drawing.
Yep.
Where it makes up 6 individual spaces.
Pieces.
The pupil is lit up blue right now.
Okay.
Wasn't there a forecast something or another?
It said that today was a red-colored day.
Was there a chart or anything that showed what blue might mean?
Hold on. Septimus will take the lantern off. That he had
The blue light fades.
He puts a lantern on, not that one, but the one to the left. The one that's I guess.
The same
Well,
lantern you just removed?
There were 6 of them in here.
6, including the Lantern of Revelations.
Yeah.
I had 2 take one night.
Yeah. Well, he'll put it on another one. He'll put it on the next one down.
The same one that was on the chain just now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you put it on the next one?
Mm-hmm.
The iris lights up, but the pupil doesn't, and the other spots don't.
Everyone put your lanterns back on the chains.
Yeah, Jacques was already slowly walking to put it back on.
Okay.
Everyone puts
I figured that too.
Everyone puts their lanterns on, and nothing changes. It's still just the iris. Your lantern, just because this might be easily missed. Your lantern is the only one set to only expose dim light. The rest are all bullseyeing out.
Jacques slaps it, and it automatically goes to dim.
Zoom. Zoom.
Sure.
Zoom.
Yeah, me too.
5 of the 6 light up.
5.
The last thing that might need to be hung is the Lantern of Revelations.
Not just hang it up.
You
fucking-
suddenly feel
I
a compulsion to never let go of this lantern. Don't get me wrong. I fully considered cursing this lantern, but the Lantern of Revelation also has the dim light setting.
He'll set it to dim light and throw it on.
The eye fully lights up, and you can see it vanishes magically. And somewhere in the distance, it's hard to tell what direction because this is a maze. You just hear like a door has been unlocked.
We did.
Immediately out of the bricks of the walls, you would hear the voice of Mr. Desario. Well, you got that quicker than I thought. But the door is unlocked. Well, you can come and see me in my chambers. But to unlock that door, your Lantern of Revelations must stay here, my friend. So you'll still need to navigate my mazes, uncertain what traps are real and what is not real. Oh, and do be hasty. I don't want to become bored of this and try to call in reinforcements or recall some of my company men out in the field. This is very entertaining. You four are wistful in your little prancing through the hallways with your little invisible friend. So, find me soon. Otherwise, I might need to make this more difficult.
Sean,
Mm-hmm.
I have a bullseye lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to fashion it to emit only dim light using such things as traveler's clothes, fine clothes, Septimus's father's old trench coat, etc.?
Jacquette, there 100% is. Because it
Cool.
seems as though you just need dim light. So you can do that.
All right, I'm going to remove this bullseye lantern from my backpack as Jacques goes, this guy says a lot of words, and now I get it when people get annoyed with me. And he's gonna take some, like a little handkerchief or something, wrap it around to dim the light, taking off the Lantern of Revelations to give to Septimus and placing his on there to replace it.
And the eye turns off, you hear a locking, and then the eye turns back on, you hear an unlocking. It's very much so that, like, cliche, like, oh, the wizard is dumb when it comes to things that are not overly complex and witty and clever. There's no laugh
Suck
coming
on
from
that.
the walls.
Suck on that.
I will flip off the walls.
Fyrn will just use thaumaturgy. You hear that? Suck on that! In triple language, in triple loudness.
You guys take the cool things I do, and you make them cooler. And Jacques goes to high five them both. Yeah, let's fuck this guy's shit up. Septimus, lead the way. I'll be
Let's do it.
30 feet behind you.
I just imagine your Dr. Octopus arm holding that lantern.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, that is
Like
pretty sick.
I'm angler fishing myself.
Yeah.
As soon as you subvert his trick, you look down the two hallways that you had discovered, the illusory hallways, and the dim blue light that was kind of like at the entrance of them shifts to red.
Oh, he mad. He big mad.
Big man.
You might think that he is feeling the effects of his overconfidence in this moment. And maybe you're not just mice in his maze anymore.
Damn straight.
Where do you go? You can go back into the tunnels you already explored, or you can go through this new door. Or I guess old door.
The first door.
I still vote straight ahead.
Ian's
I
just
agree.
following along at this point.
Okay.
Fyrn, kick down that door.
Let me just
As
try
he
and
goes to
open
kick
it
it down,
normally.
Robespierre like rushes past him and gently opens it first.
What's Robespierre movement speed?
Slow. Actually, it's 30. It doesn't actually say.
I assume he has regular humanoid movement speed.
Actually,
Okay.
it's 15 feet with a bonus action.
Oh, that's right, because it's like a spiritual weapon in that sense.
I have to command it.
Yeah. All right. So Robespierre opens the door up. There's no hallway. The doorway leads immediately to a shallow precipice. When you step out onto and look into the room, you can see a abyss beneath you, dotted with stars. Sort of littering the space immediately in front of you and above you are innumerable, incomprehensible stairs that overlap over each other in various directions and defy physics.
MC Escher.
MC Escher-esque. No more games, I think, Ian and Mana. Make your way through if you can survive.
Can we go down one of the other hallways?
Yeah, can we go back?
Well, actually, real quick, does the Lantern of
Yeah, what's the
Revelation
lantern?
reveal?
Like footsteps?
Or
Very Marauders map.
Yes, so the Lantern of Revelations does reveal a few things in here. It reveals floating panels, basically, that are spread out 10 feet apart from each other, that can lead you over the precipice to the amalgam of stairs. Because when I say there's a precipice, I mean you're on an edge. Like, you can't even get to these stairs without without that. Yeah, like there's a gap between you and where like the first noticeable ledge of stairs that you can step onto.
Okay. So there's invisible platforms that.
Yep, and it's basically there's three of them, 10 feet apart from each other, and if you get to the third, getting to the third one allows you to step into the stair amalgam.
Yeah. Okay. And you said there was something else? Or no?
No, there's just this, just
okay.
that right now.
arrow pointing this way up.
There's some yellow paint splattered on one of the sets of stairs. No, I'm just kidding.
It's
not a-
quest. Should we backtrack and see what's in the other room?
If you said no more games, then I feel like this is going to show up whatever door we go through. The 10 feet apart
It's awesome.
is right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Septimus, did you say that?
Yeah.
I don't have any
Is that-
spell slots for fly. I can't really proceed
Oh.
with that.
Is that jumpable? Oh no, you can bat,
Jacquet.
right?
Takes out his cloak of the bat. And as long as he's in dim or darkness, he has a fly speed of 40 feet.
So
Good
this
job
is
so
the
far.
interesting thing here. Is in order to see the places you need to land. Well, I guess no, you could just fly over to the stairs because you're if you're just
Right,
going over
yeah.
the stairs, yeah. So you're fine to go fly over to the steps themselves.
Okay.
So long as Septimus moves the lantern away and doesn't accidentally knock you out of the sky with a beam of light.
It's like the bat signal, you know? You just shine it where he goes.
How far is the gap?
Like the overall
How
gap.
wide is it
Yeah, good question.
from where we are to the
So
stairs?
there's 10 feet between each of the platforms. The platforms are single, like 5x5 squares, or like a single square on a battle map. So you're looking at 45 feet to the other side.
Are they? They're 10 feet apart. Is that jumpable?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm looking up right now, long jump.
Yeah, look up
I
long
think-
jump, because it may be jumpable for you guys.
I could jump 10 feet.
It depends on your strength score.
Number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet immediately before the jump.
My
So-
strength is 20.
Say that again.
So whatever your score is,
Uh-huh.
your strength score, so like mine's a 10.
Yeah.
So you can jump 10 feet. As
Oh,
long as you
perfect.
run 10 feet first.
We don't have
Septimus,
space to do that, do we?
well, go through the door and then just run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And if we need to go further, I can jump and then, you know, we have rope and stuff. Or you could like set up rope somewhere with your flying speed.
Jacquette's already at the staircase waiting.
Good question.
Don't you guys have ways to transverse this?
Real quick, we're gonna take a very short break because I have to pee,
Okay.
and then we'll jump right back into this. All right. All right. Welcome back. I promise I did not pee my pants in
Fast
2
pee in the
seconds
wet.
that we were away. No, it's getting pretty late, so we're actually going to end there with our heroes at the precipice of this amalgam of stairs, deciding how they're going to get everybody across the gap with the invisible platforms that are only revealed by our Lantern of Revelations. But before we end, I'm going to drift over to a brief vignette of stuff happening elsewhere in the world. So, we zoom out of the AEC headquarters, drifting above Hyven proper with a bird's eye view. We can see plumes of smoke in several areas across the city. We hear the clashing of swords and magic. The Alumno Defiance is succeeding in their securing of the entrance to Lighthouse District and plotting their forward offensive on the siege of Fyrn's fort. The AEC is reinforcing the gatehouse that they've claimed and killed all the court guards. Several pylons creating force fields in the area. And we zoom over to the Admiralty Court, where on the balcony of the the Commodore's manor and offices stands Emile Ducant, observing everything that's happening. He can see from this vista specifically created for the governor to see the whole city. Smoke plumes clashing, the force fields, and he looking out towards the dreadnought still in the bay. Crippled, but still present. And at any moment possible for reinforcements to arrive. He looks southward towards the gatehouse of the Admiralty Court, where he watches all of the flags of the Admiralty Court, the flags of the Commodore Umadori, drop from the ramparts, as the AEC has claimed the gatehouse of the Admiralty Court. Stepping up behind him, he looks disheveled. His collar's loosened. There's bags under his eyes. One of his servants comes up and just says, "Sir, we have to tell the governor. We have to call for aid. Iron and mana can't save us. Bring the governor in. We need the Zon." And he looks disheveled and turns back to his page and nods. "Send word immediately." Don't know if we can hold out, but we can't rely on iron and mana right now. Servant nods, steps off as he leans against the railings of the balcony, staring directly out towards the taken gatehouse and the reinforcements of AEC soldiers that are creating barricades in front of it. The limited court guard unable on their own to stop the AEC. And that's where we'll end. All right, friends. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We will be returning to our Monday schedule, as Shannon announced in the beginning. So you only have to wait a few more days if you're watching with us live. But please join us Monday nights. But thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We'll catch you all wherever you are in the world. Good night.
Yay!
You're welcome.